Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Dave, can you hear me?
Ladies and gentlemen, I was waiting for the ladies and gentlemen. Your host, while Mark handle his business. Your host, Mr. Detroit, on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. We clicked in yet? Ladies and gentlemen, your host. I don't even see we clicked in yet. Mark, there we go. We talking, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr. Detroit, on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast, a.k.a. Party Yay Dave in the building, a.k.a. Mr. Detroit. Church hugs and high fives in the building.
What it do?
How you feel?
Awesome.
And we got a guest in the building, Tiff.
This is Reginald.
Yeah. Damn, the government name.
It's Reginald. No, this is Reggie. This is one of my oldest friends. Dave is on that bullshit again.
My bad. Yeah. I had to click right quick, but it's good to have y'all in, Reg. Good to have you over there.
Nice to be here.
Tiff with the candy.
I'm so excited about the candy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up, Tim?
I always got to share. I want some of yours.
I ain't got none. That's why I'm at. That's why.
Dave lied.
Yep.
Dave said he watching candy too.
He lied.
Well, I feel like he's taking 40 of them though.
Because he probably got his.
I did that on purpose, so you think I was
So
taking
you
a lot
was
of
touching a whole bunch of them.
No, I was
ass.
rambling the bag.
Yeah.
Shut your ass up.
Yeah. I gotta watch him.
And the name of the show today is God to Religion. The reason why I want to push this message and everything, because majority of the time, most people think that when they dealing with certain situations, like for God, I think it's a separation between God and religion. And now that I've been reading and constantly more reading and get more information, the religions people during this time, I don't think they strong enough. That's just me in my eyes, because me and Tiff talked about this, Mark talked about this. During COVID, a lot of religious people like the Christians, the Muslims, the Jehovah's Witness, whatever religion you was in, your religion didn't tell you to push back on any of the ideas that was going on. You just went ahead on with it. And so, they closed down the churches, the synagogues, the
halls.
The Jehovah's Witness halls.
They closed everything.
I thought you said the holes.
All the holes.
They didn't shut down.
All the holes was still working.
Yeah,
Definitely the hose is out there.
Got the PPP loans?
Quickly.
But you know what? The PPP loans was to keep up their vaginal areas. That's what the hose was. Yeah, they was using the PPP loans to go to the gynecologists and shit like that. Don't do them. Yeah.
Tighten up the vaginas?
Yeah, tighten
So
the
the PPP
vagina
was for
steam.
pussy,
Your
huh?
vagina tight though. That's some real shit.
Yeah.
Vaginal tightening.
They putting it down. And then you heard about what happened to Tiger, right? Tiger Woods.
Right. So I used to keep up on the news, but now I don't.
But did you see anything happen
I
to
saw
Tiger
him
Woods?
sitting with a white girl.
Okay, I guess his
Always
girl
sitting with a white girl.
Yeah, definitely. His girlfriend that he's been with for 6 years, I guess they broke up. Mm-hmm. So now she's suing him out of the state of California for $30 million.
Common law. Under common law marriage.
It might be, but she signed an agreement to say you cannot do such and such, but it's a loophole in it where she's trying to go at, but he's like, listen, once you sign this document, you can't sue me.
He should have did that before they got together.
He did. As soon as they was dating, he made her sign the agreement and everything.
T.
And once she signed the agreement, he had her help with a foundation that blew up and everything started doing good. And now he want to dump the white chick.
He
and
not
now,
going to get no sister. I don't give a fuck what he do.
Well, no, he definitely not going to get a sister. Definitely not going to get a sister. And I'm trying to think that I sent Mark this other video. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Damn, I didn't see Mark the video. Bill Gates' daughter. Have y'all seen Bill Gates' daughter?
Did you see the smile on
That's
that
the man's
dude's
face,
face?
yeah.
Oh my god!
That boy, I was smiling too.
Man,
That shit was so
He saw all
crazy.
his teeth.
I mean,
The ones in the back too. I saw the ones in the back.
he damn near hit the jackpot,
He
right?
did.
No,
Ain't no damn near. He
I
did.
ain't mad at him.
No, I ain't mad at him on that one. If you
She
gonna go,
was ugly. I said with the cheese like a motherfucker.
if you gonna go get a white girl, you got to go get the Bill Gates white girl. You got to go get the Tesla white girl. You got to go get
all their daughters.
the Bloomberg like white girl, the Rothschild white girl. If you gonna go get them, go get them white girls.
You be somebody beneficial.
Yeah,
Yes.
aim
That's
high.
what take care of
Aim high.
He showed all what 42? How many teeth you got in your mouth?
He had some
Like,
extra
white girl
ones
be taken
because
care of. I need a white girl. She got to have it. She like, I want to take. What's her purpose? I'm gonna stick to a sister. I'm with you.
Hey, I was
I
happy
would
for
have
him.
dated her. I'm just saying.
I'm happy for the brother.
Me too. Come up, my brother.
I catch her on the street. I'm trying to holler at myself.
Man,
I was thinking, let me holler at you for a hot second.
my man say it seemed like. Did you see when he was like doing like this? The video. I guess he got his mouth like oh, and my man was like when you start doing like this, that means that you know that
You know what everybody else know.
yeah.
Yeah, he know what
He getting a
everybody
little
else
bit of reparations right there.
know. That's reparations like a motherfucker though.
I know.
Yeah.
He can help. He can help some other people get some
Yeah.
references.
He can. Yeah, because
He
he can
doing
hook
right.
him up with her friends.
He can dig it down for the cold community. And shit.
What?
Everybody be
That
taking
makes
care of
sense.
Raw,
He can make everything happen.
raw.
Here we go with fucking raw.
Man, you get in that boy. Hey, hold it down for like
Let me put my glasses on.
200
'cause I'm-
years.
I'm gullible too. I be all up in there. You know my man needed a $200,000 loan.
I ain't got time. I ain't got time because I already know what's going on here.
Beat
This
that
is
up right way.
bullshit.
That'd be all good.
man.
That makes sense.
I would date her if she was gay. If she was a lesbian, I would date her.
So if we don't do better as a people, it's his fault.
That's his fault. Yeah,
Oh shit! All the shit on him.
it's all on
It's all on
him,
him now at this point. It's all on him.
Our whole community.
man.
If we don't do better, shit is your fault.
All the cures. He's supposed to find a cure for
everything.
AIDS, cancer.
Everything.
Stop the drug epidemic in the black community. Yeah,
yeah.
there's a
Utilize
lot
the
going
opportunity.
Yeah.
You gotta utilize the opportunity for us. That's for real.
Damn. I couldn't have. Okay, now I don't want to date her because, like, real talk. I
That come with a lot of
That
responsibility.
come with a lot
dating
of
her ass and shit.
responsibility. Like,
You gotta
damn.
save the goddamn
What's his
world
name?
and shit.
on. Too.
Protect the old boy. Whatever his name.
At all costs. Whatever his name is. His name probably Deshaun or some shit like that. Protect
I didn't
Deshaun
get
at all.
his name.
I didn't get his name either, but it's Deshaun now.
I got begged to go see Creed 3. When I tell you the
It was
reason
3
why,
of
yeah, I can see why I didn't go see the first two, because the first two, the one that I seen right now, it wasn't trash, but I give it like out of a 1 to 10, I give it like a 3.5.
Damn, that's garbage.
Trash.
No, I'm not gonna call it trash because
That's garbage.
if it's trash, it's probably a 1.
No,
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
that's
Where you
garbage.
sorry from?
Huh?
You sorry from what?
I mean,
Only reason
because
why I feel like it wasn't trash because it was a black people in it.
there we go.
If it was all white people, it was trash.
There we go. There we go.
Now, see, I know Dave.
And then
Okay.
he did a good job, but not having Sylvester Stallone in it.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to be in it. I heard he was mad, so that's why it's like a 3.5. That 0.5 is good job, my brother. But the build up. Have y'all seen any? See, I don't.
haven't watched
I
any
don't.
of them.
I don't fuck with Creed.
Even
All I
though-
ever seen was like old boys. Pictures
seen the
and
first
stuff.
one?
No, I ain't seen none of them. I would watch.
Yeah, I ain't
seen the other Mark?
Not
And you
one.
would think I would have watched them by now. It's men with their shirts off. Like
That's
connected
why
dots.
it wasn't too interesting to me. Not
Yeah.
really.
So of course it's
Female
gonna.
Creed be cracking. But no.
Ain't nobody got time for titties. The movie would just be called Titties. This movie, I went to go see Titties today. All these
It
women with
didn't-
their shirts off.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't move me, and I
You
got.
be in that movie.
Oh, we got jokes about me today again. Like the ones
You be the
from last
stars.
week and every other week wasn't bad enough. Now we got jokes about me again. It's cool. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, but it didn't move me. The way it was set up, the first when it started off, he was retired. Then he won his last match and he retired. And the scene that he walked in on his wife, I guess she's a studio artist or whatnot. And this, like I said, it's a spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear it, because the shit, like I said, as a 3.5, I'm gonna go ahead and just reveal it. He walked into like the studio room.
Yeah, that bitch is 3.5.
And he was like I guess he was like he was trying to get some, and she was like stop, and he was like you want me to take my shirt off. I'm like, dude, just because you work out a little bit, that don't mean everybody in the audience want to see your shirt. Okay. Then I kept looking at this. Tiff, is Michael B. Jordan attractive?
Yes.
Is he sexy?
Yes, he's attractive.
Why that motherfucker don't line that beard up? Like that shit that's right there. You ever looked at the peach fuzz?
It's not a beard. That's a mustache. But I get you.
Mustache, beard, goatee. Line that shit up.
I guess you know what I thought? I thought he took on that look to actually look like Creed's
Apollo
son,
Creed.
right? But then he wear that shit in real life. He looked at what's going on
I don't know.
with your phone and shit. You ain't got you on that damn Page Plus. That's probably what the problem is.
What's that? You showing a little mustache?
Nah, her phone ain't
What?
working.
Oh, okay.
First of
I
all,
thought she
ain't
need
that
to upgrade
wrong.
off that Page Plus phone and she'd be all right.
First
thought
of
she
all,
was-
I got T-Mobile and this is an iPhone.
I thought T-Mobile was having
But-
problems then.
T-Mobile do be having problems.
Okay.
Me and T-Mobile be falling out all the time. I don't need to watch it. I'm here talking to y'all.
Yeah.
I just be going to laugh at the comments too.
But the movie wasn't that good and everything. The plot
Start
didn't
your phone.
help anything like
It's
that.
basically going off like the Rocky scene. 'Cause, you know, Rocky 3, he was retired too. This
Yeah.
when he came back. So it's going to the same Rocky steps.
Yeah. So
Kind of following the blueprint just with his son and shit.
Yeah.
Creed's son.
Okay.
I just couldn't. I fell asleep for about 30 minutes and was like, I can't deal with this shit. So my daughter enjoyed it and everything. It was just me and her. I was like, let me go ahead and, Daddy, you like it? Yeah, I loved it. I loved it and everything.
But see, you
So-
know what? Like, I find that it's hard for us, and this is not just like a old person thing.
You
I ain't gonna
lied.
say- I lied what?
I want some.
Okay. So, so like, it's hard I find it hard for us to really take a liking to these remakes of classic movies that we fell in love with when we were growing up. Like the Coming to Americas when it ain't gonna hit the same, right? The Rocky, it ain't gonna hit the same. You name all of this shit that these classic movies we grew up off of that they're trying to reincarnate now for this generation. It's not gonna make the same impact to us
We already seen
as
it.
it
You
did.
know why? But the reason why is something completely different. So these could be classics for the kids, but they got phones. So they have seen all of the bullshit. So now you showing them this shit, and it's like, yeah, okay, what's the fucking
But
movie?
they dumb it down. I mean, they watered. G outside. I go get it.
I go, yo.
It seemed like like for Creed, like you came. I asked my daughter. I was like, you remember I was asking you, did you see Rocky? She was like,
friendly, my boy?
I was like, you remember the last time we talked about seeing Rocky? She was like, yeah. I'm like, did you play any Rocky? She was like, nah, I didn't play the Rockies. I'm like, well, why you didn't play the Rockies? She told me, she was like, well, I got you. I ain't got to. I don't have to see the Rocky. So I'm like, beautiful.
Oh my God.
You got to see what Rocky is about before you see Creed. So
So let me tell you what the real deal is. Dave is super dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Super dad.
no, the greatest daddy
Greatest
on the planet.
daddy on the planet.
On the planet. Yeah, walk on water.
He aight.
Everybody else be sinking in water or sinking in quicksand. But other than that, G-Fan, it's good to have you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, G.
Everybody, I know I'm from Haiti. I blame it on the Michigan weather.
Then the mom.
I thought you was gonna blame it on the liquor store.
No.
That was last time we
That's
had.
what happened. I was here. I actually got this before I left work.
Oh shit, my bad. You was prepared. You was ready.
He knew he was coming today.
You know what? I forgot to text you this week. Now I didn't text. Look, we done been texting all week. You wanna know what I forgot to text? I need something.
Mask.
Yeah.
I can tell. This is definitely a shirt for you.
So
Let me see. This shit, their shit, your shit, any
With
of this
Ja.
shit, more shit. Yeah, I don't have time for none of that shit.
did you see what happened to Ja Morant, the basketball player?
Oh, beat the little boy up.
And then he flashing the little gun and everything. Now they suspending him.
I thought he was gonna say flash or something else. I was worried.
Nah.
He flashing him with the boy. He was just flashing on
On
social media.
Instagram when when he was in a strip club.
And this is after he supposedly did the shit with the gun, like
Yeah.
right after he beat the boy up and pulled the gun out on him. Now
Yeah.
he on Instagram flashing the gun.
I'm like, come on, my
That
brother.
was a
A
little.
little much.
Well, come on, young
was
brother.
little
Yeah,
Wait.
you know, I hate to say it, you know what I mean, because I fuck with him, you know what I mean. But yeah, man, that was some young dumb shit right there.
Yeah. Young 23 dumb shit.
He's 23.
23.
Yeah, that's regular dumb shit.
Yeah.
That's but
Is it?
it's
Yeah.
Is that 23-year-old dumb shit?
Yeah, that's 23.
Should be 23-year-old millionaire dumb shit. You know what I mean? You should probably know a little
I'm
bit.
mad that all of y'all have shook y'all's heads at the same time in unison, because at 23, I never.
It's
I never.
It's a guy thing,
It's
so
great.
I don't think you would be doing nothing.
I'm
like
trying to
that.
get your coochie wet by this gun. So you ain't trying to get my coochie wet with no guns. This is the business. I'm trying to get you. What's up, little girl? I'm a thug. Let's get it going on.
And see, ain't nobody got time.
Right.
See,
This is what they looking for. They look for like, yeah. Now that few $1 million, that's what we like. That was dumb, nigga. You had to
yeah,
do
because
that.
he had the money.
Because you just look stupid, huh?
But okay, so long story short, I would have never done anything like that. Well, of course I wouldn't, because I'm not trying to shoot nobody for some dick. All right, well,
It's subliminal.
or flash a gun for popularity for some dick, whichever one. I'm not trying to do none of that.
Or twerking for some.
I didn't do that either.
Work for some change.
Hey.
No, I didn't do any of that. You want to know what I did? I went to church.
Those are the ones you gotta watch out for.
Them the worst ones
Worst
right there.
ones.
Oh my
This
god!
motherfucker terrible.
I'm sorry.
New music is. You listening to any music
Yeah.
that's new? That's out now?
Like the newest people, I listen to a few new people.
Like who?
Like
Look, G, like, hold on, wait, who knew?
Who knew? Who else?
I can't ask him because G don't be trying to look for new music. He stay writing his thing.
You know, I'm a barber. So, you know,
So-
you kind of have like a playlist going on. So I kind of listen to kind of a little bit of everything. For the most
So
part.
Music Soul Child and Hit Boy came out with a new album.
Music
Is it
Soul
dope?
Child and Hit Boy?
The shit's sideways fire. I'm like into the fifth song,
Okay.
and it's nice. It's nice. I like Music Soul Child.
I always like Music Soul
Yeah,
Child.
he definitely can go. And then it's another artist that's out. I can't think of his name. It's a young dude, but I can't listen to many. Like if you rapping about guns and killing all the time,
Yeah.
after the third song, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. So
It's redundant at
It
that
bring you
point.
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good high music.
If you're not doing
When you're not doing
I'm
that,
already gonna hear
yeah.
it too much.
Like for me, it's like I'm in the house. I'll be high listening to it. I like it.
Man, all the time though.
Not all the time.
I
Like beats are hard for me. I like their beats.
It's
So
pretty
I'm a
common.
beat
I like
listener.
beats.
It's like, yeah, the rhythm. It's
Yeah.
more, so I'm ready. Now at this point, I don't know what they're saying anyway. So I hear them. You just hear the cadence. It's the cadence most of the time.
Right, right.
I think that might be my thing, unless it's something that I can sing, and then that's different. So I listen to all the words that I can sing, and then as long as it's that, we good.
Bring up the lyrics. That way you can learn them.
I
You
know,
can't
I
even
just
read
listen-
the lyrics
I
though.
listened to it 100 times.
They heard Toby Anigwe. Never listened to Toby Anigwe.
Yeah.
Toby Anigwe, he got his lyrics float as you can read the lyrics with him. That's how clear he rap. His flow is just that's clear. So there's not very many rappers like that.
Him and his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
both of them.
fat.
I like the way he build her up.
Yeah, that's
You don't
that.
see it too often.
It-
You actually never seen that.
No,
shit. He was like
It's Andre
and
3000
the verse.
all over again. So you
And we got the
know,
verse. I'm like, hey, fat this, fat that.
Well, then maybe I need to listen to him. He building women up. I like that.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
just his woman.
Just
Yeah.
his wife.
Just his woman.
I ain't good in that, right? You know how black women is. Anybody feel all the way with it.
Hell yeah. Look,
First of all, where's another girl? I just thought about that shit. Like, I'm down here in the dungeon. This is, y'all not gonna all agree with each other.
This is all love because
Y'all not gonna all agree with each other around this motherfucker today.
these are guys, so that's why everybody on one accord.
That's a relationship.
Yeah, we just need you to fall in line.
Y'all know I can't.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, so hold on, wait.
You
so,
got enough of people to line you up. So
Hold on, wait. Now, I didn't know him most of my life, like the majority of my life. He know I ain't never fell in line on shit. Ever. One thing? Can you think of anything?
That you fell in line with?
Yeah.
Nah.
Never.
You're not running line for her.
I'm not a line. I'm a line stepper, though.
Yeah, that's not your thing.
I'm a line crosser.
Yeah.
I cross the line. I push the line. I do everything with the line except fall in line with it.
I don't know what your mama did. I don't know what she
Oh, you questioning my mother's kid rearing skills.
I'm
calling her and I'm snitching on
I
you.
really feel like you just went your own route. I feel
I
bad
did.
for her.
I don't act shit like
when
my
I see her,
mother
I'm gonna
either.
give her a hug when I see her. That's when I see her.
Really?
Like I understand. You know what I'm saying? When I see her.
But it's all
Got
right
you.
though, too.
No, he just said I was raised poorly. It was. He said I was raised poorly, and he wants to hug my mother.
It's just the
because
kind of adult you are. Just makes him questioning the way you were raised.
You know my parents.
Yeah.
So yes.
No, he's a habitual motherfucking line fucker. Like he don't give a fuck about the line. So yeah, oh, okay, you're right.
See?
I want to hug your mama all
Right,
the time.
exactly. I know. I feel bad for my mama sometimes.
I feel bad for your
I'm
mom
like,
all the time.
My bad.
Okay. I'm not falling in line. That's basically what happened. Y'all just found out I never do it.
So let me ask y'all this about this, G. The name of the show is God to Religion.
Okay.
And the reason why I threw this out there, because one, I think it's a difference between God and religion. And so when people start, especially I only can speak for me coming into like, you know, who I am and understanding God, me personally, I think you got to leave some stuff behind. So you got to leave, this is harsh. You got to leave Jesus behind. You got to leave Allah behind. You got to leave Jehovah behind. You got to be Buddha behind in order for you to really understand who God is. Because when
I'm gonna take my glasses off. Go ahead.
when you trying to understand who God is, the principles that's in front of you, you got to leave them there and you got to search them for yourself. And so when I start talking about this thing kicked off when I was at work, and somebody was like, Christians always refer to their scriptures, and I was king for referring to my scriptures, but after you refer to them scriptures, the reality kick in, and it's like a cap. So when you just say you go to church, it's only so much you can worship God because you in that building. Once you hit the top of that building, God is bigger than that building. Certain people would just stay in that building and go to that building every Sunday and just be in that building. Then when they walk out, they don't want to put God into the arena of just everything. When they get in that building, we gonna worship. Then they go home, and it's kind of like they do that shit every single Sunday. And so me and Tip talked that, yeah,
It's a repetitive situation. It's more like tradition. Like
it is.
I'm from Detroit. I live in Thomasville, Alabama right now.
Mm-hmm.
Population of 4,000 something people.
And a lot of people go to church on Sunday, don't they?
Everybody go to church on Sunday.
It's like program.
But they party Saturday because it's a social. It's more of a social thing than like a spiritual thing because this is where your whole family live at.
Right.
This is your whole family at. Your whole family is grandma, grandma brought you to church. Your whole family at church this Sunday. So it's
y'all
more of a social thing. It ain't got nothing to do with spirituality.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, nothing to do with. It's more of a social aspect more than like I'm trying to find God. No, I'm about to meet my cousins. We about to kick it in the back. Now they don't really. This had nothing to do with their relationship with finding a higher power or spirituality. It's just strictly social, and that's how most churches is social.
Yeah.
If you go there 3 times a week, or 4 times a week, this is your family. Everybody there, and they on the same accord. So it's not about you really like. We about to bring up our spirituality. We more so, we keeping ourselves accountable, but we accountable with each other. Because you ain't gonna let me go too far. I ain't gonna let you go too far. So it really got nothing to do with knowing God for real.
Yeah.
Religion got nothing to do with it. Religion is like,
Thank you.
more so you trying to understand God. That's why so many different religions, because people got so many different understandings. So we got all these different religions because everybody trying to. I'm an outside. This is how I understand God. So the way I understand God, and I'm a Episcopalian. So they understand. This is all they understand is how God is and how God works.
Yeah.
So it got nothing to do with what the real thing about knowing God is. Totally different religion.
Oh, y'all waiting on me?
No. If you
No, I mean, okay. So first of all, I think that it is again tradition. And then listen to what they say. You go to church to fellowship, right? What is fellowshipping? You can fellowship with people anywhere. But that's what you go to church for. Most of the time, they don't bring up most of the stuff in the Bible. When they do talk about it, they talk about a watered down version. They talk about the same thing every single Sunday. They don't deter from the scriptures that they know. And then add insult to injury, they always talking about the money.
Yeah.
So if I gotta
Not
pay,
all of them, but 50% of them.
no, it's 70. Go to 90.
70?
90. They a lot of churches have the what is it called? The
Some of them got ATMs in them now.
Yeah.
I'm
ATM.
gonna go ahead. I've never seen an ATM in the
I have
church.
seen the ATM in the church.
Okay.
It made me run
I've
from that.
never seen it because when I was at
When
one
the last time
church,
you been at it? How frequently I would say that do you go to
It's
church?
more the bigger churches
I go to-
anyway.
Get the bigger ones.
okay. So wouldn't you think Word of Faith have a ATM in there, right?
They don't.
They don't have an ATM in there.
Are you sure?
You sure?
I've been a member there for about almost 10 years. I used to worship in there. I used to just walk. They don't.
You sure they don't have one now? The last time you went there,
COVID showed up, so they not
is it an
put.
ATM in the basement?
It's not the ATM in Word of Faith. I went to World Changes with Creflo Dollar.
That's because he let you cash app him. He don't need an ATM. You can cash app your tithes and offering.
Okay, but before that, during the 90s,
I'm joking. I have no
See?
idea. I don't even live.
You get a tax return back.
but I'm saying, I mean, it's just a lot of myths that people would say. Now, me and Bert got into a big argument. He was like, "Dude, it's an ATM in World Change." I'm like, "God, I volunteered at that church, Bert. It's not an ATM in there." But what, like you say, Tiff, what they do is the
the
scriptures that they keep saying, they repeat them over and over and over.
They don't
And-
dig
They got a
into.
book.
Yeah.
They be like this. Oh, I'm gonna hit it with this one. I hit it with this one last year. This time I'm gonna hit it with this. This is my Easter speech. This is my Easter preacher. This is my Sunday church preacher. I am from a long line. So they literally have a book like, oh, this right here.
Mark, you
This
got that
one.
video with the white guy?
Nah, because you know what?
Did I
It's
send you?
crazy because you okay, so like think about me as a person. Okay, now I grew up in church, right? But I didn't really involve myself in church until I got older.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I saw some of it, but you don't really see it until you involve yourself. Yeah, no, it's scary. First of all, it's scary that what is it called when they always preaching about money? Prosperity doctor.
Prosperity.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
prosperity
you.
preaching.
And they do it on such a high level, high frequency. Everything seems like it's about the money,
It's
but
supposed
you
to turn
don't.
around.
Yeah, but you don't pay no attention to it when you're young. You just keep on giving them $1 because your mama gave you the $1. You get them the $1.
And
Mama
then
give you
ever
$1.
read the scriptures never tell you to bring money to any church. It
What?
never has. Never told you to bring money to church.
They always flipping and
You're
say
supposed to
bring offering.
Yeah, you're supposed to bring. What it says you bring is oils. You're supposed to bring grain. You're supposed to bring cattle. It actually tell you it tells you when you go to the big feast. And when you, in Jerusalem, if you have too much stuff to carry, you're supposed to sell your stuff. And then when you get there, buy some more stuff and take it to the church. Not bring the money. Take the stuff that you bought. They ain't want money. And they had money back then. It was a real
What
thing.
they would say now in 2023, it's
But see,
about.
that's kind of the problem.
I'm just.
I mean,
I'm
and I
just saying
understand what
they
you're
say.
saying, but it's
Right.
like when you so let me just say this: when you look at a doctrine that's 2, 3, 4,000 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and you try to find loopholes to make it less applicable to you today,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing that they do with the LGBTQ.
Mm-hmm.
So they try to make the doctrine that was 2, 3, 4,000 years old less applicable today to make them comfortable. That's the same thing that they do in these churches.
Mm-hmm.
When they tell you supposed to tithe that, and then you do this and that's the same shit.
Yeah.
He said, press down, shaking together.
And
And I know people been in church tied for 40 years and ain't got no money. And
Not a
I was
dime.
thinking you used to have some superpowers.
Yeah.
Like at this
You
time,
should be able to fly.
You should at least walk on water. At
Yeah.
least walk in the bathtub.
Damn.
Like shit.
you should be able to fly at this point. You lying.
According to the scripture.
Break down what is this the video. Now I pulled it up. What the video of the white guy? What are you about to talk about?
The video of the white guy is majority of what Christians would. That's their practice. That's what they will push, and the only thing they know is that Bible. So it's like you very, very, very book smart in that Bible. Once you leave the church, you don't know nothing else. You the most shadiest motherfucker. You the most meanest motherfucker. You the most wicked. Everything that you do in church is a show. Then when you start walking amongst the earth, you don't even know how to love your neighbor. And the Bible will tell you to love your neighbor. So the white guy is, what he's preaching and what he's throwing out there is what every Christian would say.
Gospel verse in the Bible, 2 Corinthians 5:21. He made him who knew no sin for us, that we might be made the righteousness of God in him. Let me unpack those 15 Greek words. He, God, made Jesus sin. What do you mean he made Jesus sin? Only in one sense. He treated him as if he had committed every sin ever committed by every person who would ever believe, though in fact he committed none of them. Hanging on the cross, he was holy, harmless, undefiled. Hanging on the cross, he was a spotless lamb. He was never for a split second a sinner. He is holy God on the cross. But God is treating him, I'll put it more practically, as if he lived my life. God punished Jesus for my sin, turns right around and treats me as if I lived his life. That's the great doctrine of substitution, and on that doctrine turned the whole Reformation of the church. That is the heart of the gospel. And what you get is complete forgiveness, covered by the righteousness of Jesus Christ. When he looks at the cross, he sees you. When he looks at you, he sees Christ. Just gospel.
That's every Christian too.
Okay, so when we started talking about is every Christian, first of all, you can't believe half of what they say. I'm just saying, like, when you talking to a person who doesn't want to be held accountable for their actions, and that's a lot of time. That's people. People don't want to be held accountable for their actions.
Right.
People don't want to be cast aside because they did something that God said don't do. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing. My thing is, I'm not going to tell you to lie and I'm not going to act like I haven't done shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to make myself look better. Right. And that's what a lot of them do. They make themselves look better, but on the inside, you're shit.
Yeah.
It's just shallow.
It's what?
It's shallow.
Yeah.
It is.
It's surface.
It is very
That's
surface.
Why you find, like, you'll find the most Christians be the most hypocritical people, because what they do is it's awful. Most of the thing they do is for show. So somebody else won't say nothing to it, because all they do is hold each other accountable. So I don't want you to say nothing to me, so I will act according to a certain way. So my mother is a big Christian, so she got a lot of people who follow her and stuff. And I know them from the streets. So my mama think they one way. I'm like, my girl gone. I know her.
And she ain't. She ain't.
We talking to you.
Yeah.
I don't want you in the same presence as this lady. And you're like, she go to church? I didn't know she went to church.
She nasty. But I mean, that's a lot of what it is. But the thing about it is, if I'm consistently pointing my finger at you, if I'm not talking about the real sin, which is not yours, it's mine, because I can't be accountable for your sin. I can't be accountable for the sin of nobody in this room. I have to only be accountable for the shit that I do and what I teach and preach when I'm outside of church.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is what you see me do is part of my teaching. So if you see me and I'm in church, thank you, Jesus, hallelujah, glory, yes, Lord. And then you see me turning tricks, and not to say that I don't have sin, not me. I hate you. Not to say that I don't have sin, but what I'm saying is, if you see me out doing something other than, you're not held accountable for my sin. I'm held accountable for my sin. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if you turn around and you see what I'm doing, you might think that that's the way this shit works. And it's not. Yeah.
And so when you start talking to people just about that, and you start asking them about, so, okay, cool. When we start talking about just reality on what's going on, majority of the Christians, majority of the people that's in religion, they can't think outside the box. Mark, can you play the other video with Dr. Cabo? See, now when you start talking about like self-elevation and understanding, these are the type of dudes I'll be running into.
We will always be around. And that while we may miss a parent, a mother, a father, a husband, a wife, a child, the reality is that we're all going to be in the same place one day. It's just that some got off a little bit earlier than others. Yeah. And so death, as we know, didn't exist. Death was another doorway to the eternal temple of immortality. And so while we as human beings mourn the loss of a mother who we loved or a father, or whatever, we knew that one day we'd be back together again. That's why in New Orleans, they have that special ceremony where they'll mourn you to the graveyard, but then sing when the saints go marching in on the way back and have a celebration. In the Western perspective, death is real because they were not of us all the time. They are new. The people that we today call Eurasians are no older than 10,000 years old. Black folk been around for millions of years. There was a time on this planet where we were the only humans on this planet.
Yes, sir.
And as you said in your introduction, that fear that they have in their heart is one day we're going to realize it. And when our young people, this is why I reach out 19 Keys to our young people, because I want them to know, yeah, we got difficult days, but it's going to be all right.
Yes, sir.
You just got to keep on keeping on, realizing it ain't over till we win.
Yes, sir.
But then when we win, the winning is not a finality, and we will always.
And when you run into dudes like that, that's able to break it down, but break it down from a God standpoint, I relate to them dudes more so I relate to that book, because like I said, that book is only gives me material, and not to say like the Bible, the Quran, and all the other. I mean, it's good material in there for you to know.
A lot of misinterpreted.
Yeah,
it's like it's not saying what you think what the mass of the church saying. It's not saying that.
Yeah.
So when you be living a certain way, on the whole, somebody's misinterpretation.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why it's 25 different versions of Christianity, because they've rewritten it to coincide with whatever lifestyle or what they thought was right, and what, you know what I'm saying, to basically justify their lifestyles, or justify what they believed in.
The Protestants came over here. They was protesting the beliefs from England. That's what they came here. That's what they came here for. That's what they came here for, because of that reason. They protest. That's what they came to America for. Because they from protested. Right. This is what they came here for. Their religion began because
see that play on words though, right? And it's like that on a lot of different shit that people don't pick up on.
Yeah. So that'd be like. So like I was saying, when with those different, so there's so many like all them different denominations. It's just simply because they just didn't agree with them other people. Like, I don't agree with you, man. I agree with this part, but you don't agree with this part, so I'm gonna start this denomination. Because what's the difference between really a Baptist and a Christian? It's about the same thing. Yeah. If you look into it, like it's words, just different words that they just disagree with, and like different ways of living that they disagree with.
Like you say, it's the wordplay. Yeah. You got the Baptist, the Protestant, what you call them? Those people that are the evangelistic.
Oh yeah.
Protestants.
They're the long dress people,
baby.
They got they shit to the ankles and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So it when you start dealing with that, it's like, come on, man. Let's just get to the basics of it. And the majority of the time, when you're dealing with I only can say Christians, when you're dealing with them, they only can go off that scripture that they know. And after that, it runs out. It's like, okay, cool. What's after that? I don't know.
See, most of the time, if you think about most Christians have not read their Bible in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. If you don't know what happened in the beginning, how does the end make sense to you? It's just like reading any other thing. You know what I'm saying? So we sit back and we say, oh yeah, I'm Christian. I believe in God and I believe it. I believe. But realistically speaking, if you really believe like that, then you would start walking, acting, and moving in accordance with the thing that you read, and you don't.
Yeah.
It's misinterpreted. It was interpreted. Because your pastor, like you, I'm 40 something.
I'm 27.
Right. So your pastor, like my mama pastor, he was like 80, and her pastor, he was there near a slave. So he barely can read. So how the hell how does he really understand the scripture? Yeah. Truthfully, how does he really understand and interpret the scripture correctly?
When it wasn't given to us in its fullness to begin with.
And you can barely read anything. I can read, and that's still a difficult read. So if you like, bro. just 20 years ago, you weren't allowed to read.
Well,
You think you trying to know you read the Bible now? And you trying to tell me what the Bible? You trying to interpret? Like, come on, man!
All of a sudden, you got bars for the Bible.
right.
No, but
That's
okay.
not realistic.
But if you take note of this one thing, if you take note of the fact that we still preach the same thing in black churches that they were preaching during slavery.
Nothing changed. Yeah, you
Like
right,
you
Tiff.
had that 40 pages that you were allowed to know. You had that whole 40 pages out of a 3,000 page book.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the words was like, it was 2 words per page.
Yeah.
Don't fight massa. That's the whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I be
Do
trying
what master say.
I be trying to find
Period.
out. I told my mother one time, I said, I know it's some scriptures in it told me to go fuck somebody up.
Well, see, the thing about
David,
it,
no,
they
no,
don't,
no,
they don't
no.
talk about that Old Testament. They don't talk about the Old Testament in its entirety either, because then they want to make it seem like God was always this God of love. And no, God was a warrior. Like he was out here
God-
mangling people.
He killed babies.
He was out there fucking people up on behalf of God, killing babies.
No,
God was out there fucking bitches. I mean, God was relentless out there.
God gave the okay
you can't
to
really
do.
say that in reality.
No,
like,
no,
but
you
the
can't
truth
say that.
is, this is what he was. Like, he was a cold nigga. Like, that guy
You know what I'm saying?
Go jumping and be playing with.
God seen men fucking men, women fucking men. He's like, man, let me go ahead and shut this bitch down because they wilding out here.
Turned the woman to a
Let me go ahead and blow this
That was
bitch up.
rude. I just thought that was all she did was look back. He said, "But I told you, sis,
hard.
don't turn around." And then she turned around, and then next thing you know, she'll pill herself. You know what I'm saying? Like God is not what everybody tries to make him out to seem to be. God is not. Oh, well, you know what? Light rainbows, hugs, and kisses. No, there was a point where, and even till today, that's just like everybody. This is the assumption about Satan. The assumption about Satan is Satan doesn't know exactly what's going on. He just going to and fro throughout the earth, tearing up stuff because he can. But if you read Job, what happened in the book of Job? He went to the meeting that they was having up in heaven, kicking it, and God was like, "Take my servant
He
Job."
put that to a test. He say, "Come
And
on
he was
in,
like,
you part of
dude,
the
take
game."
that covering off him. Let me fuck him up. He like, no, I can't do it. If you take that shit off him, I'm gonna fuck him up. He took it off of him. He fucked him up.
He fucked them up, but see, here's the thing that I think a lot of people fail to realize.
Only
People
the views
fail to
from me, David.
No,
'cause I don't want nobody to get mad.
It's true.
They gonna go to my mama and be like, David.
Honesty is honesty.
I
And
understand
if you're
that.
gonna lie, then just don't talk about the Bible. Like if you're gonna be a liar, then talk about something else. But my whole thing is people make it seem like the devil has no place and he's not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a
He
partner.
included into the whole situation.
And Mark, the last video I need you to. I want Tiff to riddle me this. It's the one with the dark on there. You gotta.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I'm riddling stuff
Yeah.
tonight.
I need you to break the riddle, kid.
Okay.
That's some ill stuff.
I'm scared.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you want to play it now? I thought you
Yes,
were about
sir.
to cue it in. I thought you were about to say something.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Mark, do what he do.
know God, you have to transcend religion. If you stay within religion, you will never know God.
That's
you will
right.
believe in God,
That's
but
right.
you will never know Him.
I agree with you, brother.
And if you don't know God, you will never be free. You said you believe in Him. If you see people who believe in God, they're looking for Him in the far off while they have Him right in front of their nose. That's the problem, brothers, when they get angry with me. I say, between man and religion, who came first?
Man.
You see, if man came first, now you tell me. The men who came and left before religion arrived, where would they go? To hell or where would they go? Answer my question now. The people who came before the arrival of religion,
Right.
they came and left. Where would they go?
They go right back to the
answer.
cosmos.
They can't answer it.
Right.
Religious people can't answer this. It's too deep.
That's
they
right.
can't answer that.
That's
because
beautiful.
they are limited in the spectrum of religion.
Uh-huh.
You have to get out of that to know God.
There you go.
If you're
Beautiful.
caught up in religion, you will never know God. You will believe in God.
That's right.
But
That's right.
I don't know. You see, I don't care. You know, at home, if I talk like this, they will kick my ass. You wanna know God?
So what would you say, Mark?
I that was like one of the questions that I used to think as a child about religion.
They tell you don't challenge it.
Like, so what's like before
Who said that?
before the
No,
book,
no,
the book But the Bible tells you not to challenge nothing that
Yeah.
the Bible says.
The Quran would tell you don't challenge that. I always thought about.
But that's not even challenging. That's just to say.
No, I'm challenging that
no,
shit.
What I'm saying is that question itself is not challenging anything in the Bible. That's just a question.
You can't question it, Mark. The word says.
Listen, I'm not take the Bible out of it. Is what I'm saying.
You're right.
I'm not questioning anything that's in the Bible. What I'm saying is, where did the people go, heaven or hell, before the Bible existed?
Or before the Quran, or anything before anybody was writing anything.
Any man-made religion, did they go to
Where
heaven
did they
or
go?
hell?
This Bible we
based
got,
off of how they lived.
1611 King James Bible. That's the Bible not that old. 1611 is not that far. It's not a far time.
I used to always ask my mother, like, Mama, who was on this earth first?
Right.
Black folks. I said, okay, Mama, cool. If black folks on the earth before white folks, and the Bible wasn't around, Quran wasn't around, none of the scripts, none of the scrolls were around, what were, like, where them people, like Mark say, did them people go to hell? David, it's in the Bible. I'm like, Mama, you have to tell me more than that. You can't tell a baby. So when I start researching and doing more research, and I start tapping into the people that was walking this earth, the people that built them pyramids, the people that was able to understand the stars and the moon and understand
math, which is science,
astrology,
all of that came first.
Right.
Before the Bible.
Before the Bible.
This is
realistically,
technically, if you look at the scriptures, like esoterically, all I would say I say people read the Bible misinterpret it. The Bible only really talking about the stars. It's really mostly numbers. It really has nothing to do with people. There was temporalized to make people understand it better. That's the only reason there is anything about a person in the Bible. Other than that, it was meant for you to understand yourself.
Yeah.
The scriptures is all about you. It has nothing to do with nothing outside of you. There is no God outside of man. No God ever came and told you about himself. Only a man told you about God. That's just the honest to get the truth. Can no man say God said nothing to me? No one. Because who co-wrote Moses? Who co-wrote Moses' book? And after Moses died, who wrote for Moses?
Yeah.
So this is reality.
All of the red writing in the Bible. Who was there when God said?
Or who was there when Jesus?
Who said he said it?
Jesus
Right.
said right.
Who said he
Who
said
did the
it?
commentary on the Bible? Because this nigga died. Who wrote about his death?
Yeah.
When he died, when Moses died, who wrote the first 5 books? He died in one of the books. But if he died in one of the books, who wrote the rest of the
And
books?
they would tell you, don't question that.
question.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
challenge that.
Well, see, you get told not to ask the question, so they don't have to explain what they
Yeah.
don't fucking understand to begin with,
this-
because it wasn't their wasn't their text.
This is an ill thing. The devil knew God better than anybody. He was the
Facts.
closest to him, and yet and still, he felt there was some flaw about God that he wanted to go away from, and he convinced 1/3 of the angels the same thing. And we never met God, but we following something we don't really understand. But it's literally, he's like, hold on. He literally said, it's something about God I ain't messing with. And 1/3 of the angels followed this understanding. So you have to question a lot of things. You can't just really go into and say blindly into anything, because this stuff, they'll lead you wrong. Because really, the Bible has nothing to do with people. So, I mean, it has nothing to do with like the
group of
individuals
people.
in the
Yeah.
Bible. These people are Israelites. If these people are Israelites, these people who these people say they are, things will be different on earth because they already entered this land.
Yeah.
And these are prophecies in the scripture that's supposed to came through, but they didn't come through. So you still don't question. So we just that's what religion do.
Yeah.
Religion give you blinders, and you don't question nothing for real because you scared. Most religious people, religion is based off of fear. That's all religion is based off of. Because that's the punishment. The punishment, if you do something wrong, you're gonna die. You go there, and then if you ever really look into the scripture and understand, the only reason you tell you don't commit suicide because you was a slave and slaves was killing themselves. So they put that in the Bible. This was placed in the scripture so that you can not do it. From the elite people said, no, because we slave on them. So all they do is killing themselves. So we make something else better, worse than hell, worse than what they going through, and it continuous. Then they won't do it no more.
Yeah,
so you have to understand, most of the scriptures come from life situations.
Dealing
we
with
really
them.
look into it. That's dealing with their situation at the time. So we have to be like, okay, you can't really go into with how we go into it and then follow your life off of it, and then you be over here condemning people and giving people bad energy and low vibrational activities because of something you read in the book and really misunderstood.
And that's why I questioned it. If not in the past 5 years, I question every fucking thing. Every fucking thing. Especially if it's in the book, I'm questioning it. Because if I don't question it, it'll never get checked. I want to check this shit. I want to question this shit. I want to know, okay, cool. Jesus died, right? Bam. Jesus on the cross. They say Jesus rose up in 3 days. So, and I used to tell my mom this, all right, man, mama, he died, shit, I'm going to die, I'm going to roll. No, you can't be like that. I say, mama.
But that's what we supposed to be aspiring towards.
Thank you. Because if it go,
that's
God made you in the image of him, I go back to the first verse. God made you in the image of him. All right, bet. God made me in the image of him. Okay, God made Jesus. Jesus rose. Mama, I can rise. I can rise up. God walked on water. I can walk on water. God healed. I can heal. If God did this, if God did that, if God told that mustard seed that he will not, remember he walked by that thing, that mustard seed, he was like, that mustard seed will not grow. And the mustard seed died. Shit, I'm writing all this shit down. At 10 years old, I'm like, shit, God did this, Jesus did this, Jesus did this. But I'm going to do all this shit.
I should be able to speak to a mountain and it be moved.
Bam, into the sea. You know what somebody told me? Figuratively, David, that's not what it said. Shit, if he said, cast that mountain to the sea, I'm going to do the same thing. No, you can't do that. You not like Jesus. Well, then we
but that's what you're supposed to be aspiring towards.
No, aspiring, it's supposed to be examples. If your teacher gave you an example that
you're supposed to be able to do what your teacher did.
You're supposed to do what your teacher did.
Bruce Lee is supposed to be, if me and you teaching, I'm supposed to be better than you.
Right. Exactly.
That's not the expectation. The expectation is that you follow the few scriptures that they have keynoted, give them your money, and obey the laws of Caesar.
It's control.
And shut your fucking mouth.
It's all about control.
And then we're gonna do all this shit all over again.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
When you look at
Shut up and dribble.
When you look at most of the scriptures, it ain't got nothing to do with what they talking about and what your preacher talking about. And most of your preachers know this. If you were preaching for a certain amount of time in life, you know this information. Because you had to question it at some point. You had to read to it. It's like, wait a minute, this don't make no sense.
And then I'll be looking at preachers. They got mad at one time. I'll be looking at preachers. I'm like, man, why this preacher fat? The word don't tell this preacher to go lose some weight. I look at TD. I look at TD Jakes.
Glutton.
What?
I look at TD Jakes. I'll be like, man, this dude.
That's
right
his
here,
metabolism. He got a slow metabolism. They ain't got nothing
TD
to do
Jakes
with
ain't
him
lost
eating
no
a lot.
weight.
That ain't got nothing to do with him eating a lot. He got a slow metabolism.
He got all the word. He got all the example. He got all the knowing. Jesus ain't told him, bro, drop about 80 pounds.
Well, think about it like this.
He told his doctor to tell him.
How much you think TD?
Think about it like this.
TD Jakes about 280, right?
He weigh a lot. So think about it like this.
I'm gonna get heard about
Think
this.
about how many times you have seen a pastor cheating on his wife with women in his congregation.
All the time. That's why I'm gonna be a pastor.
But
that's why what?
Don't talk to him.
So that's why he was going to be a pastor.
And was
Hey, God said multiply.
I went to school.
Right?
I really was cool.
Here y'all do listen.
God said
when
multiply.
I tell y'all
So
don't
do
be
the
on
earth.
his side, he be on some
truth.
bullshit.
So when you say multiply, what you supposed to do?
You're supposed to multiply. The only true way, and I hate to say it like this, and women gonna be mad. The only true way is polygamy. The only true way to multiply is polygamy.
Here we
because
go.
only way I can plant my seed in a bunch of women, but a woman can't perceive a seed from a bunch of men. Just a simple.
So
fact.
why nature multiply?
Which mean how nature multiply?
I say why do nature able to multiply? Right? A lion able to walk up to up on the lioness.
What you mean? A woman can't be fertile? Like you said, a woman.
No. I'm talking about nature.
A woman can only get pregnant by one person.
Right.
At that same time, I can have 100 women pregnant.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
A woman only get pregnant one time in 9 months, right?
Hold on, wait.
A woman can only get pregnant in 9 months, right?
Right.
She can't. So when women say I can have multiple husbands, you can't.
You can't. It's not natural.
No, fuck that.
It's not
It
natural.
make no sense.
Hold on. No.
It don't because you can.
On the aspect of multiplying, what you said makes no sense.
It don't make no sense at all.
When you talking about
multiplying to do the earth,
right?
A woman can't do that.
A woman can't do that
because
that's why
I asked about brother husbands one day.
You can't. It ain't in your nature.
My reproduction nation happens every single day. Yours happen.
Remember we talked about the sperm count tip last week?
Like 30 days.
Your sperm count.
Every day. Mine is every single day.
Every 30 minutes.
Why in the world would I think like you at all? Why would my accent even be like a woman at all? I'm every day like, let's bust this. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. They ain't trying to get it in every day. That's just normal.
You know
that's
what?
male normal.
First of all, he been waiting to
that's
talk
life.
about this shit. Like literally, I should have posted that
Look,
fucking video.
So you see where it go from God to religion. It's supposed to happen like this.
It's supposed to. It makes it. This is the natural way to go.
And that's nature. You can't
Go
stop
wrong,
it.
That's just the
have
nature.
kids.
Go wrong.
All
and
male
have
bulls
kids.
have more than one wife.
Bam.
All of them. They all do. Them. Don't know male. No male. What are we?
Human.
Mammals.
Mammals. Don't know mammals have more than one. They all got
Their job is
lions.
to produce.
Right, because naturally their job is, and it makes sense because nature makes sense. Until you get into the humans,
it don't make sense.
Not making it make sense.
They be trying to make sense.
Right.
I put my glasses back on and see if
all
I
you
can't
gotta do-
So
fight
what
y'all's
they
argument.
do is they will write a
Ladies,
law and say,
y'all
listen,
hold
I
on.
need
I'm
you to
about
get
to
married.
fight their argument because I want to talk about brother husbands. We ain't talking about no brother husbands.
It
Don't make sense.
It don't make
Why
sense.
have
Why would you have
kids?
4 husbands for it? Only one can get you pregnant. Now
At
you
a
all-
time.
But
you
I'm
look
saying
at-
like
wait.
what
And we
if
have alpha males.
Watch you give a dumbass reason. Come on with it.
I don't want to give y'all my reason no more.
I don't think it's a dumb reason, Chip. I don't think it's just good enough.
Literally, when I tell you, we've had this conversation. I've had this conversation with y'all. I asked him one day. I
We
said,
just touching agreeing right now.
Yeah, and I don't like it. When I asked him, I said, hold on, wait. I said, so you want to have sister wives? And he was like, yeah. And I was like,
It ain't
so...
even-
No.
It ain't sister wives, it's nature.
No. What I'm saying is, we were talking about sister wives.
Right.
Sister wives is part of that nature realm.
But you're defining it though. So you gotta take your class off.
I gotta
You
take my
defining
glasses off so I
Chip.
can see your ass when I cuss you out.
A European would call it sister wives.
No. Whatever it is, because we had a
It's
conversation
nature,
about
Tiff.
it, and I have to be honest with you. It's not something that I wholly disagree with.
Right.
Okay, so just in case anybody don't know, I don't wholly disagree with polygamy. However, when I
polygamy?
asked him having multiple,
Who made that term up?
I don't disagree. Well, who made up fucking words, Dave? We don't fucking know.
It's just nature.
No, what I'm saying is we had the conversation
Right.
and I asked him about, well, what do you think about brother husbands? And he tells me
Brother
what
husbands.
It's just like we
it's-
we got alpha males. So you got one alpha male. He gonna be there bullying everybody because everybody like yo, hey, you ain't getting none of this. Now, so that little nigga who ain't getting none, he ain't never getting in the house. He's scared. His heart beating fast every time the little big dick cup has. He ain't getting no.
And the atmosphere. Watch this shit. Watch her set her up, and she gonna like this shit too.
This is why Tiff needs some
what
backup.
What you setting up is an atmosphere just like an only woman in a jail, but you would like that, wouldn't you?
no,
Yes, you
no, I would hate that, Mark.
would. Okay, well that's what you want. That's what you.
I would hate that, Mark. That's horrible.
That's what you setting up.
No.
100,000 push-ups a day. Trying to get. I'm getting this.
You
I'm-
still ain't
gonna
got
do
6
nothing.
niggas in the house and it's just you and shit. Like,
No, it was, first of all, it was a fucking joke, mostly. But I asked.
mostly.
I
See,
did,
when you break
I
it down
asked-
and make it put it in perspective where it sounds crazy, now it's like, oh, I was playing. You wasn't playing.
I was playing.
you wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
No, you wasn't.
It wasn't. Because, okay, so here's the reason
Why
why.
you fighting so hard for? Why you campaigning for?
Because she's
Cause-
a woman.
cause
It's in
it's
her
funny.
nature to do that.
Because it's funny. Anyway, it was
you going,
funny
it's
because
provocative.
What'd you do?
I know.
It gets the people
Would
going.
I ever be in a polygamous
With
relationship?
if you find a
dudes?
dude,
No.
brother husbands,
No,
you,
I couldn't do it.
That's selfish.
But could you do it with a sister wife?
That's selfish.
I could be in a polygamous relationship. I don't want to, but I could.
See, that's
It makes sense to me.
Would you be the head or
it makes sense to her, but then she.
It's not even a G. It's,
I'm
it,
just saying,
it,
no.
Okay,
but
so-
we talking about a team.
So hold on, wait.
Right, but in the team, from what I
There's a
understand,
hierarchy.
Yeah,
the
so
bottom wife.
the main woman or the first woman is the one who controls.
shut up.
the other
Talking
women.
about the bottom
She has
wife.
to follow what she says. Or bottom wife, yeah.
The bottom wife. No, so hold on,
Down
wait.
the shit.
No, because there's supposed to be a hierarchy in everything. Even when you look at lions and prides, the female lioness, there's a hierarchy in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a hierarchy. I get what you're saying, G. I got your back.
what's up.
But, right.
See?
Don't side eye, G. Don't side eye, G.
Saltfield in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Feel,
Here we
so
go.
feel.
Here we go. Don't hate, bro.
But I do. I believe that polygamous relationships are beneficial. The reason why is because I'm a fucking single mother. having an understanding of the amount of men who are not gay, not married, not bisexual, because I don't want them either, and who are on real grown man shit.
You have 2 husbands?
Why you gotta keep asking me that?
I think that's not
what I'm saying. I'm talking about having a sister, having one
You have a
husband
sister
and multiple.
wife?
She said she
Here
would.
we go.
She said she would. What would she look
good.
like? What would she look like?
My sister?
My sister, like,
I wouldn't fuck her.
I ain't
You
never
have to. That'd be part of the deal.
That don't necessarily have to be.
I hate you.
I do work in harmony though. That's
Let me
just her
shut
harmony.
up. He trying to throw her a fastball.
That's real harmony.
Like,
though.
so anyway, you want to do this threesome right quick? No.
Walk in the house, see y'all doing this, jump in.
It's Tuesday.
Shut up. We're not going with this Tuesday.
I'm just saying.
No. Okay, so I believe that they're beneficial because I understand that. I mean, this is just, I've told y'all this. The reason why I believe that
No, you ain't never tell me this because
we have talked about this, David.
off camera. Yeah, off camera.
Mr. Detroit.
Yes,
What the
yes,
fuck
ma'am.
I got? Who the fuck was I talking to that day?
Off camera, greatness. Go ahead, Tim.
So what I'm saying is, I believe
Where's
that
womp womp thing at?
for me. Oh, good. Yeah, womp.
Where's that at?
So the reason why I believe that polygamous relationships are beneficial is because there's too many women uncovered, and there are too many fatherless children. The only way to really make what we have going on right now work for everybody involved is for one man to cover multiple women.
So don't let's get medieval out here, because then the nigga got to come
Let him
through
have a
like
harem.
Sue. Hey,
No, he talking about knocking chicks upside the head and dragging them off into his cave.
no, I'm just saying, because if you get like real, everybody gonna need some attention. They
like
could be knocking
that.
down your nose like you need a husband, don't you?
See?
They could be chasing you down the street. Hey, a man, we need
And we
protection. People take it from us.
My
I don't
homeboy
be-
was just talking about that. Like when I was talking about when I talked about how the young lady came to the gym looking like that. My man King Los was like, just imagine somebody coming in and taking her.
right. She gonna need a man.
Like, come get over here. You already know what it is. I'm gonna protect you. Get your ass, and he gonna take her because his job is to protect her. She looking like, I don't want to come over here. The best protector is gonna have the most.
Aggression?
It ain't aggression.
What is it?
He coming to get what he want.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here we go again. So here's part of the problem. The reason why I behave the way that I do is because I do believe in that alpha male structure. I like men. Period. I'm literally unattracted to bitches. In every way, shape. Me and G was just talking about this. Like, in every way, shape, and form, I'm not attracted to feminized men. Period. That's the reason why I move the way that I do. And so we had this conversation before. If a nigga can't tell me to go sit the fuck down, 23 minutes. If a nigga can't tell me to go sit the fuck down, then he probably ain't it.
You need to be shook sometimes. Get your ass up.
Shut the fuck up, go sit down.
Who needs to be shook? Me?
Yeah, sometimes you need to be
You
shook.
shook?
You somebody shook. Take your ass.
Fuck up.
Don't give him.
That make you. I mean,
Give him another high
Cause
five.
you need that, like, cause they make you feel.
No, majority
that's what
of
make you feel
majority of
like,
women need
alright.
that.
Yes.
Majority of women need to be told
Because
sit
they gonna
the
think you a
fuck
punk.
down
What-
because if not, they
gonna
go.
try to punk you
What?
all the time. What can a man really do to a woman for real? Like at the end of the day, oh, what I'm gonna do? Like, hey, I'm a not sex. I'm not gonna play myself because you mad. That's stupid. So am I gonna really do that? So all we can do is like, what my thing is like, I go sleep with other people. But all you can do is like, well, I think that's all you can do. If you it's even
Go raw and have kids.
right, that stuff just go nut up somewhere. So if you gonna try to be a good dude, you gotta shake your girl sometime. You try
A little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I know it, nigga. I already know. Go ahead.
The situation I had, and I need y'all to break this down. Beautiful, right?
Here we go.
She always, you always got some story.
I'm-
with
And he better leave her
you do
the
to her
fuck
this time?
alone.
Because when I'm the great, so it goes back to what I'm talking about. It goes back to great leaders and me shaking my daughter down, shaking my fucking daughter down, like breaking her down. I'm gonna make this real short. She trying to go to the prom. she don't want to go to the prom with the dudes in her school. So she puts on, I hope she don't be listening to this. I hope nobody tell her this, but fuck it. I'm open because I'm God body. I'm the greatest dad in the world. She puts on Instagram looking for prom date.
Oh, no, you don't do
So hold on. So a dude up under her in high school was like, hey, what's up? Now she know of the kid. She never met this dude. And this information came to me last night because I'm the greatest daddy in the world. I start breaking shit down, formulating, cutting the shit up, chopping it up, putting it up, and putting it into the world. I'm like, all right, bet this what it is. You don't offer yourself to the world on Instagram. I said because what will happen to this kid, Damien will wind up in the back of the fucking trunk, duct tape. I don't know this kid. Beautiful. What school he go to? He go to an aerobautics school. What's the name of the school? I don't know. Okay. Do we have a daddy? His daddy died. Okay, that's bullshit. Do we have a mom? His mom works at a hospital. You see, I'm putting all this information out there so we can just find. So his mom.
Everybody find Damien.
Mark got the AR ready. So his mom work at the hospital. I'm like, so do we got any brothers? Well, he got a brother that's not his brother, but is his brother. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. I move that shit to the side. I say, beautiful. Let me ask you this. I don't know this kid, and you want to go to the prom with this dude. Have we met this dude? And it's March. Your prom is in June. Tell me what the fuck is you doing? So as I'm talking to her, she doing like this. I say, raise your shit up and talk to me like a woman. Because you gave me information like a woman. Talk to me like I'm a woman. That's what you acting like. You want to act like a woman now? We dealing with this shit right now. So Damien is not fucking going to the prom with you. And so me as the greatest daddy in the world, and I knew I was gonna have to run into the situation. Already had 2 little boys on deck just in case some shit fuck up. I'm like, beautiful. So what are we gonna do? Cause I don't trust this nigga. And matter of fact, I'm pulling up on this nigga tomorrow. I'm gonna find this little nigga. I'm gonna pull it up on. I'm gonna interview this nigga. Cause I don't know this dude. But daddy, you ain't give him a chance. I don't fucking know this kid. And he finna take the most precious thing that I created in the world, and I'm finna let this nigga go. I said, this nigga might go to the prom and be a whole ass nigga and don't want to dance with my baby.
Are you qualifying these young men for everything?
Yes.
So you gonna make sure
these
he wanna
niggas,
dance?
These niggas, it's supposed to be me. If them niggas is not,
Who are you talking about again?
I don't know. Sometimes I be thinking I'm talking to my fucking self.
We talking about structure.
So you actually put a name on here?
Yeah, you see, I put that shit out there.
Understood. Because it's your precious thing. This ain't that wrong.
Mark, we put names out there because we don't need no situations, Mark.
That's how you looking at me.
No, because like this shit is personal.
Hey,
Well,
ain't nobody tell you it ain't personal to you. That's the real shit.
No. But what I'm saying is, Day, you wrong. You need to let her live. And then, I shut my wife down. I shut my son. I know the fuck up.
I gotta do what make me sleep at night.
Right, that part.
That's what I do. That
Honestly,
make me feel good at night.
So being a mother and being a girl. Because I'm a girl, because I'm a mom.
And you're a mom.
And I'm a mom. Isn't that shit crazy?
Right?
Not a chest feeder. Anyway.
Oh, you are a chest feeder. Go ahead.
I'm a girl.
Go ahead.
So, anyway.
Breastfeeder.
I couldn't hit it quick enough.
So, here's the deal. The deal is, as a woman, I don't feel like you're doing the wrong thing.
He's not.
And the reason why is because, again, like you said, first of all, you don't know how this nigga built. You don't know where he come from. You don't know shit about his family. You don't know shit about how he get down and move in the streets. And if you've never interacted with him, you don't know.
Tiff, when I see the nigga, I say, pull his Instagram up. It took her a while to get in the room. She began to show me a picture, and she like, Dad, I say, no, go this fucking Instagram. The motherfucker that you told me, the shit that you told me that you found, show me the shit. First picture, niggas like this. I said, this nigga out the fucking game. This nigga not taking a picture like this. He ain't taking a picture like this. This nigga taking a picture like this. I said,
what that mean? What's that?
That's gang. Like it, I told people, I say, nigga, throw this up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I point at you again? I apologize.
What, he running the gang bang on you?
Oh,
Daddy,
no.
Why would?
Damn, you done went too far.
What?
There goes left.
This motherfucker done went all the way too far.
Tiff, the first picture, you don't even know what this means, do you?
Folks,
When kids throw this up, do you know what that means when kids throw it? So when a nigga throw this up, and he not throwing this up, prayers.
you know what?
The nigga not
Can
doing like this.
Can I
It could
say
be though,
something?
but it could be. Why not?
Hold on,
He made a choice to put his hand like he put his hand.
There you go.
That was a choice.
That was
to
the
do
first
He did.
initial
Right.
that you talking to God.
He did,
No,
yeah.
The
hold
first
on,
thing he
hold
do is
on,
this.
Hold on, can I just say something? Okay, so let me just say this. As a girl, also, I understood what I dated, and I understood how they presented to my parents. But we didn't have social media, so my mother wasn't looking on AOL.
How old are you?
27. Repeat it. 27.
Goddamn.
My mom wasn't looking on AOL trying to figure out who the fuck I was talking to. She wasn't looking on Black Planet trying to figure out who I was talking to. I miss Black Planet.
Let's bring that back.
They should really run that shit back again. Black Planet was the
fun.
shit.
Please do.
See, it was fun. I don't care. It was fun.
So my mom didn't have that kind of access. But when niggas would pull up at the crib, my dad was there. The access is different. What my mom found to be okay, and my mom didn't know half of what I was doing. To be honest with you, my mother knew nothing. How much did my mom know? Honestly, how much did my mom know about the shit that I was pulling young?
That's what I'm
Probably
saying.
none.
Man, I just want to give my mother.
My mother knew nothing about the shit that I was doing.
Pops knew?
Huh?
Pops knew?
My dad? Oh, my dad
fucked up.
caught me one night.
Fucked up. You running okey doke on
Your daddy caught you banging?
No. He caught me coming from somewhere I wasn't supposed to be.
Oh, I'm about to say,
No, but like, okay,
that's why
so
you ain't got no ass. He knocked it off.
no, shut up, nigga. So here's the deal.
Mark.
The deal is, like, I would be places that I wasn't supposed to be. Like, okay, I would be, just let's say I was places I wasn't supposed to be, and I'd be with my girlfriends. So they'd be like, oh, okay, you going to your girlfriend's cousin's house, and I'll be like, yeah. They don't ask no more questions because I'm with my girlfriends at her cousin's house, who is a dude, and we stay in the weekend. You see what I'm saying? So my mama didn't pay me no attention, did she?
Because parents don't know no better. They just paying attention to the word playing situation what's going on.
No, they'll pay attention up until some shit get to popping off. Then it's like I want to
Nothing
pay
ever
attention.
happened though. We wasn't doing shit, but it was just the point. Like my mother never knew.
Well, it could have been done though.
That's not the point.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Kind of so.
It really is
It
the
builds
point.
up to the point
Right.
though.
It came to a point at some point
Things could have went down.
where it was.
Niggas could
Nigga, I was safe.
I'm just saying.
Hey, shit, I'm just saying.
You
I'm
gotta
just
be.
saying.
You definitely got to be on top of the game. And
But as a parent, I know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I wouldn't trust Michaela to be like, "Oh, I'm just going to my girl. I'm gonna drop you off."
Did I say Desmond?
No, you said DeMarco or Demetrius
No,
or
it's
some shit
it's
like
Desmond.
that.
It just clicked in my Desmond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Desmond.
Michaela would never be able to get away with the shit I got away with because
She
Michaela,
probably will.
You did the shit.
No, I did it already.
All right. Look, it. You know
Give
what
the
they
signs to look out for.
Look, listen.
It was a
They
lot
got
of
they
them.
got a trick for you.
The kids, the
was a
kids
lot of fucking
nowadays.
times.
If she got a phone,
I came home high, all kind of shit.
she got a phone.
Who, Michaela?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michaela has a phone. I
Okay.
go through her phone.
Okay, cool.
I done came home high, drunk, and I would be
She know how to
standing in front of
delete,
my
right?
mother. No, I go through Michaela's phone randomly.
Do she know how to delete?
Yeah, she know how to
Okay,
delete,
cool.
but she don't.
You said randomly, huh?
Yeah, I do. I have to.
Yeah.
Because Michaela does goofy shit. Like she gonna tell my niece one day she about to pull up. And I'm sitting up there looking, they arguing. And she was
on the text message.
yeah, they arguing and Michaela like, oh, I'm about to pull up. And I'm
She
like,
got license now.
Oh, she about that life.
I'm like, first of all, my niece is like 5'10", right? Michaela is shorter than me. And Michaela has told this child that she about to pull up on her.
Where'd she hear that from, Tiff? You?
I would never see anything like that. You better watch it. I
I don't
no.
believe that lie.
You don't believe which
No,
one?
I don't believe that lie.
The one where she said she was gonna pull up? Because I was wondering.
No, about the.
I was wondering
never-
anyway. We're not talking about that.
Oh,
I was wondering.
Old now?
Yeah, that's old. Stop bringing up old
Oh
shit.
shit, my bad.
I was wondering, like, but that's what you got to do as a parent. Like, you got to know who your kid is talking to. So, like, I go through all of Michaela's apps. I look at all of her apps because I understand that people have predatory behavior too. So I done seen a lot of predators. Like it's a trans guy.
Mark.
No, I'm looking at 2 state troopers was just shot on figuring out how to drive and shit.
Oh,
We ain't going that way.
Barricading gunmen and all kind of shit going on over there on that side of town. Anyway, continue.
We ain't going that way.
Which way?
That way.
Figuring out how to drive.
Figuring out how to drive. So I'm sitting back and I go through all of her apps. But the reason why is because I was watching something a couple of weeks ago. And it was this trans man dressed as a woman. Whatever that means. Anyway, he was getting these kids to meet him in this private room. And he telling them to kind of shut themselves off from their parents. But he's saying it with a big old smile on his face. He looks trustworthy. He got on makeup. Like, how serious can you take a nigga
These
with
white
makeup on?
kids.
I don't know what they were, but
They
he was
white
telling
kids.
them
They sound
to
like white kids.
ostracize themselves from their parents because their parents are never going to understand their need, want, and or desire to cross-dress. Is we still calling it cross-dressing? Me either. Anyway, so the man dressed with the makeup on, and he looked like a clown. That was the other part. So how can you not trust a nigga dressed like a clown? I trusted all the clowns.
Fuck a clown.
Fuck a clown.
You don't like
scared-
clowns?
Scared of
That
clowns.
motherfucker scared of clowns.
You remember the
Fuck a
story I
clown.
told him
Yeah,
about the clown?
yeah.
Fuck a clown.
Clowns and midgets.
Clowns
Both
and
of
me.
them.
So you don't like
I'm
the nigga-
tall
We
enough.
had this
You
conversation
good.
because he don't like the dudes on the steps either. The tall motherfucker.
They nope.
So if it's a clown and he tall, you
If
If,
it's a-
if I see a
if-
clown on
if-
steps,
if-
I'm tripping him.
If it's a midget with a thumper, if it's a midget with a thumper that's trying to give you something, he probably still wouldn't.
G is over here considering
A
it.
midget with a thumb.
A midget with a big.
There's one on Instagram I follow.
See, them
Like,
ain't
Hold on,
this
hold
nigga
on,
here. I
hold
thought he don't follow him though.
Hold on.
What?
midgets got big old booties.
Midgets got
He
got
over here
big
talking
old
about.
Their head be too big, goddamn.
Their head is
Big,
huge,
big, no
dude.
Motherfucker.
See, the head's like this fucking big, dog. Nah,
I can't
fuck that.
stand
It's a couple
y'all.
rappers that
Well, their
really
head is
like
the thing
Snoop.
that's the same
Snoop
as
love
normal
midgets.
size on them. Their body
Yeah,
is
they
so
body too
small.
small.
It just
What's
looks.
wrong? Snoop got a problem.
Be on that ass.
Hey man, Snoop love midgets.
He got a problem.
You be trying to fuck around with midgets, Reggie?
Midgets got big old booties.
He love tiny bitches pussy.
I follow this chick on on Facebook. She is like she got like
said, what you
this
say, Kit Kat and
bow. She is extremely bow-legged. Like she got like a deformity. Her legs
She
look like
walk like this?
yeah.
Yeah, I seen her.
You would still hit Mark, wouldn't you?
You would.
That boy Mark paused like,
I know who we talking about.
raw.
I seen her myself. I seen her.
She look fine, motherfucker, but her legs
Hold on,
is
wait.
crazy.
So all of y'all like
all
her?
y'all.
You too, Dave?
I only follow Delicious and Hibachi. Come on,
Man,
man.
you seen her?
you
Oh
should
my
know
God!
that.
Speaking of, boy, come on.
See, here come the
Who
hate.
is she? What happened?
I see.
I mean, listen, she's fine, like
somebody.
she-
Hold on, stop. Somebody
Have you
tagged
seen
me.
her? Man,
She look terrible or good? Which one is
It's
it?
the hate. It's
man, she,
the hate.
She don't look like who the fuck is she
It
now?
is the hate.
Oh,
I
her
need to see this
face.
picture.
It's a picture that they got out there of her. Listen, once
You
you
ain't
see the
seen it?
pic, God,
Yeah, find it,
it's
send it to me.
somebody tag. If you go to my, 5 people tag me that shit. I ain't.
We
I
not going to your
I
page
did not
to
even.
watch that
You don't have to.
It'll be up in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Mark, what the
Damn.
fuck?
I gotta
You
see
pulled
this.
it up?
about
God
to get it.
damn.
I gotta see this picture because I
See,
had an
the
issue.
hate.
I'm not hating. Yeah,
It feel like some hate.
not yet. Hold on. I gotta see her.
Mark hating, Tiff hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying that like the face that she started with is
It's
not
not
the
the same
face she
one.
got today.
When she take the makeup off, it's the same face.
No,
No,
it's,
it's
not.
not.
Okay, I know.
And
Bro,
No, it is
I
not.
follow her heavy, so you're not gonna tell me about that. Go
are
ahead.
you telling me that this person that I'm putting on the screen
You
right
can put it
here
up, Mark. Put it up, Mark.
is the same?
Put it up,
Listen,
Mark.
Let me zoom in on
Okay.
the face. You telling me that she looks the same, bro?
Please put it up, Mark, because I'm not. Look,
Hell no.
You telling me she looked the same?
No.
That's not the same
That
girl.
is not her, dude.
Oh, hold on.
No fucking way that looks like her, Dave. You are delusional, high, and on coke. There's no fucking way it looks the same fucking
And
way.
I didn't even know you
No
like
fucking
her.
way, dude.
Tiff, I'm gonna keep it 100. Niggas mad because if she walk in the room, niggas can't get on.
But no,
Ain't no-
it's
that ain't
not
even
that.
about
Can
that.
I
Nobody
say?
give a fuck
Hold
about
A
on.
lot of heat coming up. Like
no, no, no.
Look at this
Fuck about
tension.
that.
Look at this
Ain't about
tension.
that.
No, all I'm
Look at this
saying.
tension.
All
Look
I'm,
at this tension.
hold on, wait,
Reg, you
wait.
see this tension? Reg ain't got a lot of tension over there. Reg over just trying to figure it out. Because he like, oh shit, I ain't
I don't
never.
remember what she's like for real.
Go back to go look up. This is
See, niggas always want to go back in time. Nigga
really.
always,
because she got.
We ain't talking about the time. We talking about now.
She had
I'm
a lot
talking
of
about now.
I'm not saying she ugly.
She's
I'm
not-
not
So
saying
what is you saying?
none
What
of
is you
that.
saying?
Like, she looks nothing like she
She
used to.
like.
I'm
she
still gonna hit
gonna
raw. You still not gonna stop the
Hey,
raw
she had
intentions.
a thing on her face and shit.
Yeah, she had a mole on her
She
face.
took
She
it
got
off.
that removed.
Listen, if I got money,
She changed the structure of her face.
okay, cool.
She
Listen,
look like a different.
when I was little, my mother gave me penicillin, turned my teeth brown. My shit binging now because I got a little money out here. I changed that shit up. That's the same thing she did. So what are we talking about?
Well, listen, I'm not going to do it. I'm not mad at no woman who do. Go do you. You know what
All I
I'm
said
saying?
is
But
he said
but
she
that's
looked
not
the
her
same. She
original
looked the
face.
same.
Hey, listen.
That's
I'm
not her
Team
original
Delicious.
face.
She still looked the same as yesterday. Hey, Jesus the day the same. I mean, what's that called? Jesus the day the same.
First of all, you're
Yesterday,
not gonna do Jesus
and
like that. You're not gonna do Jesus like that. You're not gonna do Jesus like that. Jesus,
I'm saying.
Jesus
That is
didn't
not
get a
the same
facelift.
person, dog.
Like she has a whole different face. Like
She
her
works. First of all, she works out. She take care of herself.
Nigga,
I'm
shut
saying,
the fuck
I
up.
am.
Work her
That's
face.
surgery.
I mean, I agree. Her
Dave.
face.
Workout surgery.
Listen,
Dave.
there's a lot of hate coming off this
Dave.
table.
Hold on,
Red,
hold on,
you're the
hold
only
on.
person
No
that
matter
ain't
how
hating,
much
Red.
you work out, you cannot change that surgery.
No,
She paid for that
Dave.
face.
See, niggas is
Dave,
hating.
She paid
no,
for that face.
Niggas is
Dave,
hating because they mad
I'm
because
not
they
a
can't get
hater.
on the Red.
Nobody
do
wants
that.
it. That's not the point. The point is
What's the point?
her face is not her original face.
It's not.
She probably got the
this is
same
fine.
eyeballs.
Jesus is the same yesterday,
I'm not-
today, and forevermore.
That's not the same,
That's
Dave.
all I'm saying, bitch.
That's not the
you not
same.
finna, look, first of all, you not finna shut my. So when he, so
Dave is on
you
drugs,
not finna
dog.
shut my vision down of my baby now.
But I'm just saying,
so,
she not the girl who you fell in love with.
always, God, what's the
She
rap
not.
bitch that you be posting all the time, G? Every time we throwing niggas up on the bus. Every time I look up, Instagram on a chick, it be G Fant on every post. I be like, God, can any of these chicks live? If you follow a chick on Instagram, G following her.
Dave, today's face is
That's
not
not her
yesterday's face.
face. That's not.
Today's face is not yesterday's
That's
face.
the same face. I can't help it if G
No,
mad.
she don't look the same.
That's the
though.
same face.
No.
That's the same face,
But
man.
he is blind. He is blinded by lust.
That is
She
not
was
the same
heavy
face,
right
dude.
there. We not talking. She
She's
lost
not-
weight.
She's never been
Why
heavy.
every time
She's
he
never
always
been
referred
where
to
was
her
she
body.
heavy?
First
He
of all.
talking
Hold on,
about
wait.
where she
Where was
work
she
out.
heavy, dude?
Look.
She was
That picture right there.
When was Delicious heavy?
Right.
When?
Well, she got
That
she
picture-
got her body done too.
That picture right
FYI.
there. That picture
Delicious
right
got her
ain't
there.
never been
body
fat.
That-
No, she ain't never been fat.
She's never been fat. She's always
But
been
she
thick.
definitely
thick
got
than a
her.
motherfucker.
But she definitely got
She
her
always
body
been
done,
thick than a
and she got
motherfucker.
her face done, and it's okay.
Got her face.
So why is we talking about? We
Cause
shouldn't
you
be
the one
visiting.
brought that shit up.
No, Mark brought that shit
No,
up.
you wanted to fight with everybody about Delicious. You about to kill us all.
No, I told
I'm
her
glad we ain't driving.
Jesus is yesterday, today.
I'm glad we ain't driving.
I'm cool because he be the first motherfucker out the door. And then Mark, but I probably had to force him out because he got a third eye. It'd be easy to throw you out.
Who?
And then me and Reg on the mission.
First of all,
We
if-
with nature.
if-
We with nature. We multiplying.
Exactly.
Boom.
really,
I ain't multiplying.
That's Mike. That's Dave all day. He
Really?
multiply some more.
Can't.
not that part. No, you
That's
gonna
what
let.
I'm on right there. Yep.
Hold on, you gonna let him throw me out
This nigga Dave.
Y'all win, baby.
out of the car?
What car was he in?
The one that Dave is driving every time somebody
car
talk
you
about
driving?
Delicious.
That's a nature. We ain't really throwing you out
He
like
like,
this.
what are y'all even talking about?
Yeah, see.
Right, because his ass over here in his phone.
Yeah.
He like, yeah, whatever.
How did Mark pull that? You dirty, Mark.
What
You
I
pull
do?
that picture up quick than the motherfucking guy.
Had it in his arsenal. Had it
What?
in the clip.
And
ready.
you
Hey.
straight like
Hey, look, bro. You know
It's
how I
not
feel
her
about that.
face.
That's not her.
That's not her face.
We've had how many
that's
times we had
Jesus.
how many
That's
times we had this
Jesus
discussion?
today.
Thank you,
yesterday,
Mo.
and
It's in
forevermore.
there somewhere.
That's more hater too.
Montree said today's
there.
face
It's
is not
in there.
yesterday's face.
She's had multiple surgeries. Yes.
Hey, listen.
The structure.
A lot of cats wish they probably could get on Delicious.
I'm so.
This boy gonna put it up again. Who does the double butt?
But
Who does the?
but there's girls out better looking than Delicious.
Okay, like who?
It's a lot of women.
Bernice?
Who are beautiful.
No.
Who was Bernice?
She had surgery too. Cause she was big.
Yeah.
What's that girl? What's that? SZA? Or SZ? That singer? She
SZA.
fine as fuck.
She is gorgeous.
First of all, Delicious in her 40s. Them chicks. Listen, 40 women
Nia
are
Long.
I think this
Nia Long is 40.
Nia Long
she
is
looks
in her
gorgeous,
50s, honey.
nigga.
Get your life.
I'll take her
And
over
her
I'll-
Delicious.
That motherfucker beautiful
and she
as
way
fuck.
finding in
I'll
delicious.
take her
now.
way over
Listen,
Delicious.
She's not-
Angela
Crazy as
Bassett.
fuck.
And
I'll take
She in
we
her
say
60s.
I'll take
regular
her over
delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah, she killing delicious.
I'll take
Listen,
her over
in her
Delicious.
60s. She murdering a lot of these young bitches.
Who?
think of-
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
Yeah,
She's
I,
in her
Nia Long is
because
too.
I endorsed that. I endorsed them too.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
now
How much
you-
time we got left for this
oh, my
show?
goodness.
First of all,
What is this show over with?
the only the only two people I talk about is who?
Delicious.
And Delicious.
That's it. And they're in their 40s. And
Angela Bassett is in her 60s.
and killing these chicks in their 20s.
She is killing a lot. She
Alright.
killing some little
Delicious is-
kids.
Delicious is killing a
it's
lot of
some who's supposed to
teenagers,
be
too.
out here. They boobs supposed to sit right. Everything. She out here murdering some young chicks. And she listen. And I'm a girl. She fine as hell.
Okay, cool. She is.
Facts.
Sister wife for you?
Nah.
That's how you slide that name.
No, I wouldn't. I would give her.
I will.
You had to think about it. You had to think about it.
I did. I'm like, damn. Angela Bassett is fine as fuck. Maybe I'll take her as a sister wife. She beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
She's Delicious is pretty.
She's pretty.
I never said she wasn't.
No,
I'm just
It
saying.
seemed like
Never said she
it seemed like a lot of hate from you, Montrese, Mo,
No,
because they can't get on her. But it's not
not
hate.
even the fact about
It's
getting
not hate.
on her.
Let's go.
Hey, if you can get on her,
What?
She can shoot you down too.
What? What?
Oh, I wish I would love to see her shoot
I'm
you
God
down.
body.
Can somebody tag Delicious in
you
this damn
did your ass
post,
like that
please?
pizza did you, Dave?
20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes of a conversation. I got it, but that's neither here nor there. Tiff,
I
so
would love to see that.
how
I'd
would
pay
you?
to see that.
So Tiff, how your weekend is gonna go this weekend? Everything's going good.
You talking about
You got to entertain Mr. Reg, right?
he entertained himself.
Like I said, Reg. So how your weekend gonna go, man? Fuck out of here with entertain yourself. You're gonna
He
entertain
do
yourself.
be entertaining himself. He funny as hell.
Okay. I know.
You dumb.
I know. Yeah.
He be entertaining
How long you here
himself.
till, Reg?
To Monday.
Okay, for sure. Hopefully everything gonna be good. The weather gonna break. Everything gonna be
I
good.
had to get back. I'm about to go buy a Coke because this was done changed.
Yeah.
It's not working.
I had shorts on
Wait,
the
you
day
say you ain't even
yesterday.
from here. Where you say you from?
Alabama. What? You originally from it, but you live in.
I lived
Oh,
in
okay.
Alabama for last week. I had on shorts the day for yesterday.
You what?
I had on shorts the day for yesterday.
Where you from again?
Alabama. It's about 7 degrees there, wasn't it?
80 degrees just the day for yesterday.
Yeah.
Where is ours?
I came to the airport with some slides on.
I had to put some shoes on.
Dude, fuck.
That's what's up, man. That's what's
Janelle
up.
Monáe looks better than her. That's what my tree said.
Who?
And Janelle Monáe is beautiful.
My goodness, God. Hold
She's
on.
pretty as fuck.
Man, she don't even slide that way, man. I'm mad about that shit. She don't
She
even like
got a
dudes.
girlfriend.
and shit.
She
So
got a
who-
girl,
who-
she got a girlfriend.
So why would he even put that up there if he can't get on?
Cause
She's
she
still
is
fine.
aesthetically
She's pretty.
appealing.
Aesthetically.
Shit.
She is aesthetically appealing. She's beautiful.
She need to be down with nature.
She probably take a dick every once in a while.
Yeah, just to keep it,
Yeah, yeah,
spicy.
Yeah, I think I hollered at about a whole stud before and shit, and it was like uncomfortable than the motherfucker.
Man, I
But
seen some badass studs.
she wasn't a badass stud though. It was like a
Why?
stud. Like nigga, get the fuck on. Like what the fuck? That type of shit. Like damn, dude.
It's just a matter of time.
Like you a nigga.
Yeah, like yeah. You probably done grew one. Like
And now she got a dick.
I probably think you probably done got one.
Yeah, nah.
And I appreciate y'all. It's 8:00. Reg, appreciate you coming on the show,
appreciate y'all
man.
having me
Yes,
out.
sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully we come back up here to be warmer.
Hopefully.
Yeah. If not, just lay up on tip. G Fent. Hopefully you have a good weekend and everything.
You're
Where
not going to
the
defend
bottle? Where the
my
bottle
honor.
at? I ain't even get the bottle.
You're not going to defend my honor.
Yeah, they
Niggas
use
done
bottle right
hogged the
quick.
bottle the whole
Yeah,
show.
The
yeah.
whole time.
Yeah. He was over there hating on Delicious. Mark,
Nobody hated
appreciate
You know
you.
I
Ain't
love
nobody
you,
say-
Dave. You know it.
Appreciate you finding that goddamn picture like in 2.2 seconds.
Good job.
In
Good
any other
job.
time,
It was in his spank bank.
you have to
So
send it to me, Dave. It was in
That
what?
shit, it was on that. I'm just
No,
saying.
what it is, somebody, I just seen it on my timeline. Somebody just posted. I just went back to their
See,
page.
hey,
It's not.
Hold on.
Everybody
Mark,
says
let me
she
ask you
is
this.
fucking beautiful.
Let me ask you this: did a woman send it to you or a dude send it to you?
It's on his time.
Did he hear what I said? He didn't hear clearly
He
what I
didn't
said.
hear
He don't be
He don't pay
listening.
attention.
He be making his own narrative for
I
shit.
just
His
asked
ear,
her.
this
I just
nigga
asked
turned his
Neither
ears
one,
off.
Dave. Neither
It
one.
was
He
on your
turned his ears
timeline.
the fuck off.
It was on your timeline, right?
He just said that. Somebody, it was on his timeline.
It's probably a fat chick sent it. I mean, it was
Why
on the time. I'm just saying.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how you jab a motherfucker right before you go up to go.
Why
It's probably a fat motherfucker that was mad at
You
Delicious.
want to see who?
Yeah, I definitely want to see when we get off the show.
Why the hell
Probably
she
a
gotta
fat
be a fat
nasty.
girl?
She used to have a show on here. You gonna be like, oh damn.
Yeah, she's still probably a fat nasty.
Nah.
Hating
Why?
on Delicious.
This nigga said fat nasty.
Cause she hating on Delicious.
Beautiful. Like when I say, "Damn, she's not a fat. She's just big boned and beautiful. She fat nasty."
No.
Fat nasty.
Some of us just like cookies.
Yeah, I know.
Just-
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate you, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a
Chocolate
beautiful
mushrooms.
weekend. Yeah.
No.
No mushrooms for you. Man.
Hell no.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7